Hello, people. Once again, welcome back to the channel. Today, I feel like extra energy because I slept extra long in the evening. So, in the morning, I did yesterday a crazy thing. I walked straight 3 hours straight. Even in the sun, I walked in 1 hour. So, I was kind of drained out, So, anyway, so it was good, like exercise always makes you feel good. And sweating, especially, feels like power. So, yeah, I had a nice dinner idea. Not dinner idea, I had dinner plans. So I went to house, I had very nice food, nice company, and nice conversation. So it was a very nice, like I love this kind of laid back late night dinners and hang out with my favorite people. And you get to talk about life, you look back, you ponder about. So it was a good time. So anyway, so I drove back all the way like for about 40-45 minutes. It was very empty roads, and this is what I enjoy about holidays. Most of the time you can just drive with peace. You don't have to keep braking and so much noise and traffic. But people are driving reckless in Dhaka. Like there was a guy in a Lancer or something. He was crazy. He was doing this in between cars. And yeah, when we were young, we used to drive crazy, but not like this. So these are the people who do not value their life. So if you're watching this, if you're young, please value your family, think of your family. And I know it sounds like an old person uncle giving you advice, but life is very precious, man. If you, let's say, have a, God forbid, an accident or something, it harms you in any way, you will not be able to forgive yourself, right? You wish you could turn back the time and imagine worse. Even worse is someone else's life if you affect. Man, these are things I by great God of grace of God, I drove reckless. I used to drive like 180, 119 back in Malaysia, because when we're young we have blood rush, but I never compromise other safety, man. When it's like highways only, yeah. But when there are people around, schools around, city, I always kept my eyes open. I always look in my mirror so many times, rear view mirror, side mirror, because it's important. One fraction of second can cause a big accident, right? So anyway, so drive safe. That's my whole message. So today's topic, I would like to talk about learn to live with yourself. Okay. And today I came back and I saw this nice comment. Brother, is there any morning thoughts episode coming tonight? I don't know if it was sarcasm or if he really likes it, because I don't see people liking this kind of boring long videos, because I talk, and it's a podcast style, but I do in video. So basically I talk not about fragrances, which is my line of work, but I do this because I feel I want to be in touch with my human self, and I need to rediscover myself, and maybe be a bit more humane, and talk about sometimes mental health. So it's making a little bit difference here and there. Maybe people like watching this, relate, right? But I talk about a lot of things I feel, I think of. So today's topic is very important in a way that I know many of my friends, people that I know, if they're not friends, sometimes they do struggle in life. How do they struggle? These people, it's not like they're struggling with money. You think like first struggle that comes to mind is money. If I don't have money, I'm struggling. Yeah, true. If you don't have money, there will be a lot of struggles. You'll have a lot of worries, tension, stress. But money doesn't solve all of your problems, okay? Especially if you're not happy. Nothing can save you. Nothing can make you okay. Do you know why? Because money apparently is very important, but it's not everything. It's about your mental. I keep saying happiness. The goal is happiness. If you cannot be happy 7 days a week, that's true. But in generally, are you a happy person? Are you a sad person? Are you an angry person? Frustrated person? Many people are having everything, but they are missing something in their lives. It's like puzzle, and they are frustrated. They take it out on other people. They get bad experience from certain people, and then they get a wound and they bleed on someone else who are not the deserving ones. They are nicer people, but sometimes we get hurt from people, we take it out elsewhere, and then this is how we scar people, and it's a evil chain. So I think when I want to ask you, are you okay with yourself, means sometimes do you talk to yourself? Do you sometimes like stop running so much from your work, from running, trying to impress people, make them happy? You do a lot, right? I see people do a lot. Family time, dinner time, shopping time, like I have to take a trip. They're always on the run. Very few people I see, they're happy at home, like me. I'm very happy at home. I'm a home person, and I don't like to travel anywhere, because I do like to travel, but I do miss the, like everything's within my access. I know, like, I know where I keep my things, where's my charger, where's my wallet, phone, all that. But, sometimes, I don't like places where they don't have a nice toilet, for example, or like there's no air conditioning. I don't think I like those places because it's very difficult to adapt. If you don't have a good bed or pillow, you cannot sleep nicely. So I'm just giving an example. But these people, they do a lot and they are very good people. They want to make everybody happy. They are people pleasers in a way. Everybody likes them. They are popular. But I am exactly the opposite. I People hate me, I hate people. Okay. Because in general I'm a sweet guy, but I cannot deal with so much, like it's overwhelming. I cannot take it. Sometimes I feel like, panic attack, because it's a condition that I have. But in general, I like to stay by myself. I'm a little bit selfish. I am a little bit like secluded or detached from people, which helps me, to focus on my work, my life, and I can, keep everything within like good discipline. But I do make exceptions. But I also now learn the importance of mental peace, the importance of knowing yourself. Who are you? Who's this person inside of you? Do all of you know who you are? Some of you are many very, very lost. And when I say lost, means you do not know who you are, what you're doing, what's your future plan, and whatever you are doing, it's you're investing time, you're running after people. But in general, who are you? What is your identity? Like when I did it, I did say it wrong, because of my accent, sounds long. I just heard how I said that word. But anyway, identity. Okay, so it's it's no good. It's no go. Okay, but we know sometimes, like most of us who are aware, and then like keeping up with the reality, we know, like let's say I'm a banker, I'm a teacher, I am a gym's trainer, or I am a dancer, I am an artist, I am something, I know I'm a fragrance reviewer. So this is my role. When people ask me, sometimes I would think, like I would hesitate to say I am an YouTuber. People would make fun of me. All my friends are businessmen, professors, at my age, and they sometimes are bankers and stuff. I say YouTuber, and I say nowadays also YouTuber, and I work with fragrances. They ask me, "Are you a business owner of perfume shop?" I'm like, "No, I do this thing on YouTube, and this is my earning source, and I do have a page. This is what I do." It's an odd job to have. Working from home, one thing. Second thing is, when I do this, people like, that's all you do? It's a common question in Bangladesh. You have to be working a job, and I don't find jobs appealing at all. One thing, I'm not good at it. I'm not good at taking orders, and I don't like being overworked. I don't like unfair favors, And in office, there's a lot of politics. I cannot do it. I never wish to work at office. If I don't do this, I'll do something else. I'll sell tea, and by the roadside, I will not work. Okay, because I want to be my own boss. So I am a control freak in a way, because I like to keep everything within control. But some people, they don't know what they're doing. I had one friend who happened to be a pilot, who happened to also want to do business. He wanted to do a car business, cattle business, or he said he wanted to do hotel business. I don't want to say name, but I have seen him. And he, in the end, he was a musician, plays guitar. In the end, he didn't become anything. He has money. He goes around, enjoy life, meet up friends. But that's not a job description, and you'll forever be lost. You'll be like going out every day, having coffee, friends, hang out. If let's say you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, you spend time with them. You cannot live without these things. You need their validation. You need the social activities, movement. Yeah, when you're young, when you're a student, you can afford to do it. A lot of friends, full of life, good. But you hit 35 40s and you're still doing it, and you don't have a job, you have a family, you have children, but people ask you, what do you do? For a man, and I'm telling you, for a man, it's very important to have clear idea, clarity in their head. This is who I am. I am a farmer. I'm a farmer. Good. I'm a chemist. I know. I love doing this. Men have to stay busy with something. If men do nothing, let's say the rich kids I know, they have their rich father, but they don't do anything. They just have the expensive car, easygoing life, luxurious life. I'm very happy for them. I have no issue with these rich kids. But at one point, they will feel, despite having everything, they're depressed, they take antidepressant medicine, they, drink, smoke, this, all this, because they don't have a purpose in life. They don't know what they like. They have seen everything. They have eaten all the foods. They have visited all the places. So they're bored, right? But it will not happen when you are a doctor, for example. You have to take care of your patients. You have to give service day in, day out. There is no such thing as taking a break. You can take a break of snack for nap, yeah, but you cannot go like 7 days away from your work. There's emergency working, constant cases are coming. You have to attend this, right? You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be at something which will keep you busy, and this will give you a meaning of life. I'm not saying this is all you need. You also need leisure, family time, sleep, relaxation, food, good exercise. But very important to know what's your identity. Just terrible. I am terrible. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay. So apart from job, you also have to see what are the people, who are the people, depending on you. They look up to you, right? You're a leader, for example. Let's say you are HR manager. You manage certain people, right? So when you manage certain people, if you fall apart for any whatever reason, let's say you had an issue with family or you had a breakup, whatever, and you're depressed, your depression cannot affect the work. You understand, right? If your quality of work falls, the whole team as a whole, they will fall. The organization will take a hit, and they will tolerate one time, two times, three times. Let's say you're late at work, you're missing out on your work, and you cannot deliver deadlines. They will fire you. They will say, with all due respect, even 10 years you did with the company, now you're falling back, and it's hurting us. They'll let you go. And when uh, okay, sorry about that, some messages coming. So anyway, so I'm saying that people sometimes don't understand the importance of other things in life. They get so occupied and dependent, they're dependent so much on people, they lose themselves. And I can relate. I'm not gonna say they, it's one of them is me. I like to talk about me, I like to take the blame, I like to give you example. I was very dependent on someone once, all my happiness, everything depended on her, like even my success, my celebrations, my work, whatever perfume I'm gonna buy. And anywhere I went, I had to take, like, not validation, not permission, but I'd like to tell her everything, share my day. And in the process, I did not go anywhere else. I did not have friends. I chosen that life, even though she also didn't like me meeting other people. But I made it in such a way that I was super dependent on this person, and what happened was, when she was gone, all my happiness was gone with her. I fell apart. I i don't remember how many nights or days it were, like I literally cried like every 5 minutes or something, just I'm looking at a movie clip, suddenly something reminds me of a sad clip, and I'm like, a cat died or something, I'm like, these things happen. So it's normal, human beings, it's nothing to be ashamed of, men crying and everything. I know many men, they just, I am one of those men. Cinema, I watched a movie, not in cinema, on laptop long time back, called Stepmom. Movies like that. Or the movie Terminal, for some reason it's so sad. It is always tragic, it breaks my heart in the end, when Tom Hanks had to go, and she couldn't be with him. These are some sad movies that makes me sad. But in general, if you are in touch with your humanity or emotion, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay, there's nothing you are affected with or syndrome or something. But trust me on this one, if you don't have anything of your own life, you don't have a workstation, you don't have a space, or you have something of your own that you can heal yourself, let's say you can solve yourself. If you don't do these things, if you don't have your own set of friends, own set of activities, you do everything. Let's say your wife, and she's your ex-wife now, and she's gone with the children, and you will feel like anywhere you go, it will remind you of her. You go to a restaurant, like we used to hang out here all the time. You go to fantasy, Disneyland, whatever, and you miss her. Even if you meet someone, you feel like, nah, it's not doing the same magic. It happens, and then you feel numb, and you also feel sad. You feel like you're cheating on someone. It happens with good people. I'm just talking about good people. The normal, the jerks. No, for them nothing bothers them. For them it's all physical, do it one time, it doesn't matter who I'm going to be, depending on, it is a body, I'll take it, it's going to meet my craving, whoever it is, it doesn't matter. Those are different breed of people. No respect for them, for sorry for that, because people without empathy, people without sentiments, or be able to feel, they are not human. Okay, so I want to say this, very important, remember, please take care of yourself. Make sure you take yourself out sometimes, you give yourself enough space to be happy. Sometimes go out in the nature, take a trip on Trishaw, look at the nature, birds. You don't have to do it with other people. You just go and enjoy a cup of tea, enjoy the rainy day, and there's something that's yours. You enjoy music. You feel the music. Music helps me heal. You have no idea the power of that walking thing that I do. It helps me. The cardios, they help me, but at the same time, listening to good music. I love A.R. Rahman. I'm a big fan of A.R. Rahman, but I love South Indian music a lot, so much more than Hindi music now. I love Arjit Singh. I love Kolkata songs, like very meaningful, deep songs. And I listen to podcasts when they talk about life, and I find a lot of my answers there, So I make myself, in a way, not a machine, but, I give myself inspiration. I, like, treat myself, and I will say, okay, maybe you need to just get up from bed, you need to go out and meet some friends, have a dinner, plan or lunch, or just go for a drive and just go somewhere normal. It will make you feel better. Don't just stay in the room locked for 10 days, whatever. It's not going to do any favors. You're going to go, you're going to look like all destroyed and defeated in life. You don't want that, because maybe not now, not 7 days from now, maybe 1 year from now, 6 months from now, you'll look back when you're okay and you feel like, what a silly man I was, or a silly girl I was. I cried for this person for this long, and I blame myself, and I didn't do anything. What a sheer waste of time. You will feel silly about yourself, because in life there is so much more to do. Honestly speaking, it's hard, easier said than done, but heartbroken people remember this. There is always, there's a reason for everything to happen, and you believe it when you see the implication in life. Sometimes some people leave us for our own good. Maybe you didn't lose, maybe you survived. Maybe it could have been much worse if you carried on. Or let's say you were in a job, it was killing you every day, it's toxic, but you stay in because you felt like, for security for your children, you have to do this day in day out, and it was killing you. Sitting there on the chair, you're getting overweight, back pain and everything, and you didn't have any inspiration. Without inspiration, people, when they're working, they literally are robots, industrial robots. They are not, how do I say, like, happy people. They hate their job, they hate 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So it's very important to who you are, what you want to do. It's not possible always to choose your dream job, but if you are inspired, if you're brave enough, like for me, I'm not going to say I'm brave enough, but I found a passion in this work. It was not easy to be established, in Bangladesh, country like this, which is a third world country, usually poor country, and having a fragrance, say, interest, starting my Decant page, this YouTube thing. I had no clue what was going to happen. I kept working every day, day in, day out. And I'm saying this with full confidence because this is exactly what I did. And I did see things happen. I did struggle a lot. I had a lot of losses, a lot of missed projects. Things got stolen, from my like orders or something. I learn from my mistakes, because this is how you're going to learn. Let's say you want to be a chef. You cannot make a perfect steak at one attempt, perfect burger in one attempt. No, you will require time. And when you require time, what's going to happen is you're going to make mistakes 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Then you see, oh, perhaps maybe turn the burger every 2 minutes, like that, or steak 2 minutes, and don't put it on high heat. Don't over season it. Don't put too much sauce. See, and don't make it like a dead rubber. Like some people cook their steaks like well done. And I say like this: well done steaks. It's literally like eating rubber. Okay, there's no flavors. Medium or medium rare is the way to go, depending on the thickness of the steak. Okay, but anyway, uh, the whole point, let's not make it so much more, but let's say if you want to work somewhere, know for sure you're going to do this. I told you about that guy. He wanted to be everything, but he couldn't be anything because he was confused. He was not focused or invested. He did not want to work anywhere seriousness with investing time. Like they sit there. Let's say you want to get a degree. You can get a degree and you can sit there, you can get 2.5 out of 5. It's okay, or 4 out of 4, and it's okay, you passed, but you learn nothing because you're not inspired. What's the value of the degree? Okay, for me, it's a sheer waste of time. You studied, let's say, I know many people, they studied engineering or IT. Now they are having their own page, they're selling cosmetics. Maybe it's helping them in a ways, I don't know, but engineering, you study and you did MBA, and now you're working with a poultry farm. Imagine that combo, right? So don't waste your time, bro. Like whatever life stage you are, whatever is your age, and whatever you're doing, don't go like lost. Like, I have plenty of time, I can afford to do these silly things, I can afford to be lost for certain people in my life, because the loss, I just became this different sad person for a while. It will take some time, yeah, but eventually you have to wake up and learn to care for yourself. You have to make sure that you have to take care of yourself. You have to make yourself alive again. Otherwise, if you're uninspiring, if you're always sad, you're not funny, you are worth nothing, you're boring, and you don't do anything, people will not love you. If you don't self respect, if you don't respect or love yourself, nobody can love you. They will see that you're worthless. You are cheap, you come cheap. They call you, you are there. They want to have you, they can have you. Okay, they want to use you to pay their bills, you pay them. You are, in Bengali, we call it like useless milking cow. Like, not exactly, but Like, how do I put this? Like, those silly cows, they just give milk and they're dumb. You know what I mean? Like, they use you like that for like ATM. So when people use you for emotional support, for social, whatever is their need, but they don't give you the same when you ask for it, or they don't be there for you, and they don't actually be sincere, those are people not worth it. It's not worth crying for people when they are not good person. If we feel they're worth it, if we lost them, yeah, it's grieving. But how often do we meet actual good people? You can only tell by spending 5, 10 years with someone. If we feel that, we meet someone, suddenly you fall in love. There are tendencies of people that they see like, she's so pretty, I love. No, you don't love, you like, because she's pretty. You know the real self, maybe you'll hate. You don't know. Maybe inside of them is dark, maybe inside of them is complex, they're not as beautiful as they look like. Or even for girls, if you look at a guy, like perfect guy, man, nice hair, dresses so nice, rich, drives a BMW, has a great job, not necessarily always the perfect guy. Maybe he's nice to you initially, but people are nice in the honeymoon phase. Once that is over, when the time for commitment comes, long-term things come, these are the time people show their true colors, and they show you that truly, if they're worth, if they're built like that to last long time, like Toyotas, they last 20, 30 years. You buy a Kia, Hyundai, nowadays maybe a bit different, but, or a Chinese car, Haval, it's great, it's shiny, it's cheaper, and it looks like Land Cruiser, but it's not a Land Cruiser. In the 2 years time, you'll start seeing problems, in general, right? Obviously things are improving, but I'm just try to give you an example. Okay, so don't judge too quickly, either good or bad. And don't depend on people so much. For you feel lonely, so you have to hang out with guys, you always have to have coffee, spend a lot of money, go out and feel like a man. Or you dating someone, you need to date them 7 days a week. No, man, leave them alone, let them do their thing. Don't burn them, don't cook them so much. Once you do that, people are going to get annoyed, like, this person burns a lot of my energy and time, and then they start slowly moving back, one by two steps, and they will not be as exciting or excited like they used to be. And after, let's say, few months of dating, you start seeing like they are seeing other people, they're not texting you back as much, and you'll be so frustrated. What happened? So don't get used to comfort so much. Always be ready, because life can get real difficult sometimes. I have seen life getting difficult, and it's not always about money. It's about also mental state. Sometimes you think you're all great, nothing can touch you, and once, one day, suddenly you wake up all broken, and this overwhelming, grief gets to you, whatever the reason may be. Maybe it's lack of business, lack of something, and you are not okay. So don't be manipulative, please. Do not be acting. Don't be like that person that you think like everything is okay, I'm a machine. Human beings are not machines. You can pretend, but you cannot be a machine. We have to embrace life as it is. Things like events, if you like it or not, events are going to happen. Life, death, marriage, your job, whatever, they're going to happen, and they're going to take place. Whatever you like or don't like, sometimes you work hard for it, you deserve it. Sometimes you work hard for it, you still don't deserve it. Don't like feel disheartened, bro, because maybe this time it didn't work, you failed. Try again, maybe second, third, fourth time it will work. And never give up on any dream. If you really have a dream, someday it will come true. Maybe a perfect life partner, maybe it's a dream car or dream job, dream house, happy retirement. It will all happen, but you have to be positive, and you have to love yourself a lot. Know yourself, who you are, what you want to achieve. If you're vague, you're always going to keep people in pain. Everybody's going to be affected by you, and they're going to be hurt by you. Okay, if you're lost, people will be lost with you. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, and do self-care. And of course, this is the mental health month, I think June, for men. So yeah, if my videos do help you, sometimes I feel blessed. And also when you also, maybe perhaps if you're a content creator, make such videos for mental health days, it will help a lot of other people. A lot of people are struggling, they do need support, they do need care, and they will not reach out, right? So if you can be a reason for someone inspiration, it's great, it's a good thing. Okay, take care, be a good person, and live for others. Sometimes living for self can become boring. Take care. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh.